So you've heard Colombia has this magical digital nomad visa that lets you live in Medellin, sip world-class coffee, and call every Instagram post work-life balance. Sounds easy, right? Just click apply, send a couple of pay stubs, and boom, salsa lessons by Tuesday. Well, not in 2025. The rules just got a whole lot stricter. The rejections are piling up, and immigration has basically said, we'll let you in if we feel like it. Yeah, that's an actual thing. Discretionary power. Fancy legal term for because we said so. Welcome to the Americano. I'm Matt, your friendly neighborhood gringo navigating Colombia so you don't have to end up broke, confused, or Googling cheap flights back to Miami. In this video, we're diving deep into Colombia's digital nomad visa for 2025, the requirements, the hidden traps, what to do if you get rejected, and how to maximize your chances of sipping that latte in Laureles instead of crying into one at the airport. Let's get into it. Okay, let's clear up what this thing actually is. The Colombian Digital Nomad Visa, officially called the V-type visa, is basically your golden ticket to live in Colombia legally while working for someone else, somewhere else. Here's the deal. If you've got a remote job with a foreign company, not in Colombia, you're in the zone. If you're a freelancer with clients outside Colombia, check. If you run an online business that doesn't require an office here, ding, 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 you qualify. The visa lasts 1 year with the option to renew for another year. But let's be clear, this is not a license to go job hunting in Bogota or get paid by Colombian companies. Your money has to come from outside of Colombia. Think of it as we love that you spend your dollars here, just don't earn them here. And yes, your family can come along for the ride. Spouses, kids, they can apply for derivative visas under yours. So you can bring your partner, your kids, and even the dog. Okay, maybe not the dog, but Colombia is pretty chill about pets anyway. All right, so what do you actually need to get this visa in 2025? And spoiler alert, more than just a passport and a winning smile. Here's the checklist. Number 1, passport still valid for at least 6 months. Easy win. Number 2, a decent photo, 3 by 4 centimeters, white background, no bathroom selfies, no sunglasses, no duck face. Number 3, proof you're working remotely. This one's huge. If you're employed, a letter from your company that spells out your job, your contract length, and how much they're paying you. If you're freelancing, contracts or invoices showing you have clients outside of Colombia. If you're running your own digital biz, a motivation letter explaining what you do and how you actually make money. Number 4, show me the money. You need to prove income of at least 3 times Colombia's minimum wage, which in 2025 is around $1,050 to $1,100 US a month. That means clean, clear bank statements for the last 3 months. And yes, no Venmo screenshots. They want official records. Number 5, health insurance, international coverage that works inside Colombia. They'll actually check this one out. Number 6, a background check. This is where it gets stickier. The ministry is now laser focused on FBI style reports. And yeah, they love their apostles and official translations. And number 7, fees, because no government process is complete without a chance to take your money. You'll pay about $54 US just to apply, $270 if you're approved, and around $64 for your foreign ID card. Now here's the kicker. Even if you tick all the boxes, 2025 has seen a lot of rejections. Sometimes for missing paperwork, sometimes for reasons that can only be described as vibes. But we'll get to that later. All right, so you've got your stack of apostilled, translated, notarized, FBI-approved paperwork. Now what? Here's how the process actually works in 2025. Step 1, gather your docs. Double check everything, apostles, translations, bank statements, that letter from your boss with an actual company logo instead of Comic Sans. Missing even one of these things can get you flagged as inadmissible. Step 2, apply online. Head over to the Cancilleria website and submit everything digitally. No in-person lines, no stamps in triplicate, it's all online now. Sounds modern until you realize the website was coded in like 2004. Step 3, pay the fees. First, you pay the $54 US processing fee. Then, if they approve you, another $270 for the visa itself. And once you land the visa, add $64 for your shiny new Cédula de Extranjería. That's your foreign ID card. Then there's step 4. Wait. Processing time is anywhere from 15 to 30 business days now. Translation, anywhere between fast enough to get excited and long enough to binge every season of Narcos and regret your life choices. Step 5, approval. Or not. If approved, congrats. You're officially a digital nomad in Colombia. If not, don't panic. We'll talk about rejections later, but here's one pro tip. A lot of people recommend applying from your home country instead of inside Colombia. Why? Because if you get rejected while you're already here, you've just wasted flights, rent, and time. From abroad, you're at least still sitting on your couch eating Cheetos when the email hits. Bottom line, this process is doable, but in 2025, the margin for error is razor thin. One sloppy document or a bureaucrat in a bad mood and you're toast. Now here's the part everyone freaks out about: taxes. Does getting a digital nomad visa mean Colombia is going to start taxing you like you own a coffee plantation in the mountains? Short answer, no, unless you stick around too long. Here's the rule. You only become a Colombian tax resident if you're in the country more than 183 days in any rolling 365-day period. That's about 6 months, and those days don't even have to be in the same calendar year. Stay too long and boom, you're a tax resident. What does that mean? Well, if you hit 183 or more days, you may have to declare your global income in Colombia, including whatever you're making remotely. The exact amount you pay depends on your income level, deductions, and whether Colombia has a double taxation treaty with your home country. And spoiler, the US does not. If you stay under 183 days, you're good. No Colombian tax obligations, even if you're on the digital nomad visa. Tips to keep the tax man off of your back. Track your days like your Netflix password carefully. Mix up your year, spend part of it in Colombia, part of it in another country, and you're safe. And if you think you might cross that line, talk to a tax pro. Colombian tax law is, well, let's just say it makes IKEA instructions look really easy. So no, the visa itself doesn't make you a tax resident, but your calendar actually does. So let's say you survive the paperwork and land the visa. What's life actually like in Colombia as a digital nomad? Well, that depends on where you hang your hammock. Here are Colombia's top cities for nomads, each with their own flavor. Medellin, the nomad capital, the poster child, known for its spring-like weather, fast internet, co-working galore, and affordable living. El Poblado equals expat bubble with rooftop pools and Starbucks prices. Laurel, more local, cheaper, still cafe heavy. Envigado and Sabaneta, suburban chill. Cost of living's around $800 to $1,500 US for a decent apartment, $5 to $10 for meals, $30 to $50 for internet. And the pros are its community, infrastructure, and metro system. The cons, petty theft is still a thing and gringo prices are real. Then there's Bogota, my home, the big business hub, Colombia's New York City. At 8,600 feet up, it's colder, cloudier, and definitely more suit and tie. Upside, it's the financial and cultural capital. Tons of co-working spaces, international food, and nightlife. It's got great neighborhoods like Chapinero, think hipster, Usaquén, chic, Chico, expat/business. The downside is traffic is nightmare fuel. Pollution is real, and yes, you'll need a jacket. But if you want networking with companies, embassies, and a bigger international crowd, Bogota's the place. Then you have Cartagena, the Caribbean dream. Colorful streets, beaches, and cocktails with tiny umbrellas. This is the fantasy Instagram sells. Cost of living is higher. Think Miami light pricing inside the walled city. Tourists everywhere and summer never ends, aka it's hot and sticky year-round. The pros are its stunning colonial vibes. It's got island hopping. And the cons? Power outages and patchy internet if you're not careful with your rental. Then there's Barranquilla, the underdog, known for the carnival, second only to Rio's. Not really a tourist city, but that's part of its charm. Cost of living is lower than Cartagena and you get the Caribbean vibe without as many cruise ships. Solid internet, growing co-working scene, fewer gringos. The downside, it's hot, like sweat through your shirt hot. Then there's Cali, salsa capital of the world. If Medellin is tech and chill, Cali is dance and sweat. The culture is vibrant, food is spicy, nightlife is insane. Cheaper than Bogota or Medellin, but infrastructure lags behind. Co-working scene is smaller, but the community is warm. If you love music, dancing, and less tourist traffic, Cali's for you. Bucaramanga, the hidden gem, known as La Ciudad de los Parques, the city of parks, and a gateway to Chicamocha Canyon. The climate is warm, breezy, less humid than the coast, much cheaper than the big cities, and safer in many neighborhoods, growing as a real estate hotspot for Colombians. The downside? fewer international flights, smaller digital nomad community. Bottom line, Colombia isn't one size fits all. Medellin may get all the nomad press, but Bogota gives you hustle. Cartagena gives you paradise. Barranquilla gives you authenticity. Cali gives you rhythm, and Bucaramanga gives you peace and balance. So yeah, wherever you land, you'll find fast internet, affordable living, and enough adventure to keep your Instagram feed buzzing. All right, here's the plot twist. In 2025, Colombia's digital nomad visa went from easy breezy paperwork to Hunger Games with stamps. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has cranked up the difficulty level, and rejection rates are spiking. Here's what's happening. First is discretionary power. This is the fancy government phrase for we can say no just because. Applications are being marked inadmissible without clear reasons, leaving people totally confused. Then there's professions under fire. Even solid applicants with contracts, clean background checks, and proper income are getting rejected. Some jobs like influencers or freelancers in certain industries are being flagged as not of interest to the country. The translation, it's not you, it's them. Then there's background checks. They're brutal. That FBI report, non-negotiable. And yes, it has to be apostilled, translated, and look like it came straight from the CIA archives. Then there's arbitrary denials. People with perfect documentation working for established companies are still getting denied. Why? No one knows. Immigration literally cites discretionary power and walks away. And of course, you have the financial and emotional fallout. Rejected applicants lose money on flights, rent, visa fees, and lawyer bills. Some can't reapply for 6 months if it's a full denial. Plans get nuked, trust erodes, and people are left stranded mid-move. And the wildest part, it's not even consistent. Some folks skate through in 3 weeks, others get hit with the bureaucratic guillotine. So the 2025 reality check is this: getting approved is no longer guaranteed. It's less about whether you qualify on paper and more about whether the migration gods are in a good mood that day. So you got the dreaded email, rejected, inadmissible, whatever flavor of no they decide to serve you. What now? Do you cry into your arepas and buy a one-way back to Florida? Nope. Here's the playbook. Step 1, know the difference. Inadmissible equals your application didn't even make it to the final exam. Usually it means something was missing, unclear, or fell into the mysterious discretionary bucket. The good news, you can usually fix and reapply pretty quickly. Denied equals that's a hard stop. You've got 30 days to leave Colombia and you can't apply again for 6 months. Oh, and you'll have to apply from your home country when you try again. Translation, this one stings. Step 2, reapply smarter. If you were inadmissible, don't just hit resubmit and pray. Upgrade your documents. Make your employer letter look official. Logos, signatures, watermarks. Make it pretty. Over-explain in your motivation letter. If they can misunderstand your job, they will. Triple check translations, apostilles, and financial records. Step 3, switch lanes. If the digital nomad visa feels cursed, consider another category: marriage, a Colombian partner, or a retirement visa if you've got a pension, investment, or business visa if you can buy property or launch a company. Sometimes the digital nomad visa is just the wrong tool for the job. Step 4, try a consulate. Rejection rates inside Colombia have been rough, but applying from a Colombian consulate abroad, higher success odds. Plus, if you get rejected from the comfort of your couch, at least you're not losing money on Colombia rent. Step 5, play the waiting game. If your documents are about to expire, don't rush. Renew them, then apply fresh. Submitting half-baked paperwork is just asking for another slap. Bottom line, a rejection isn't the end, it's just Colombia testing your patience. If you want it bad enough, there are workarounds, alternative visas, and smarter strategies. Just maybe keep your bags half-packed for now. And if I'm honest, I used a visa service, and they basically took the headache out of everything. And honestly, I can't recommend that enough. Just a few $100s extra and just makes life less stressful. Okay, now let's talk survival hacks, the things that could actually push your digital nomad visa from maybe to approved. Tip number 1, make your docs look legit. Colombian officials love formality. That means contracts and employer letters should have logos, signatures, watermarks, contact info, the works. A Word doc with Times New Roman just screams reject me. Tip number 2, over-explain in your motivation letter. Don't assume they'll get it. Spell out what you do, why it matters, and how you're not here to steal jobs. And also how you plan on spending your money here. If you're a freelancer or entrepreneur, explain your income streams like you're pitching Shark Tank. Tip number 3, keep your finances clean. You need 3 months of bank statements showing steady income above, we'll call it $1,000 a month. Avoid anything that looks sketchy, random crypto deposits, or mystery Venmo transfers raise eyebrows. Tip number 4, apply from home, not here. It's safer to apply from your home country or legal residence. Why? Because if you get denied inside Colombia, you're out of visa fees and your Airbnb rent. From abroad, at least you lose less money when the email of doom arrives. Tip number 5, use a visa agency or lawyer. Yes, you can DIY, but a local pro can catch details you'll miss, like missing apostles, formatting, or the infamous wrong font size issue. They've also seen what works and what doesn't. Think of it like insurance for your sanity. Then there's tip number 6, mind the clock. Remember the 183-day rule. Stay longer and you're suddenly a Colombian tax resident. If you don't want that surprise bill, track your days like your Apple Watch counts steps. Tip number 7, have a Plan B visa. If you qualify for marriage, retirement, business, or investment visas, keep them in your back pocket. Nomad visa denied, boom, pivot to another category. Tip number 8, don't be an influencer, at least on paper. This one's wild, but some rejections have literally cited being an influencer is not of interest to Colombia. So if you run a YouTube channel or Instagram hustle, frame it as a legit business or consulting gig instead. Tip number 9, double up on copies. Apostles, translations, PDFs, keep backups. Lost docs equals delays, and delays equals rejection. Tip number 10, expect the unexpected. At the end of the day, this is Colombia. Sometimes the rules don't make sense. Sometimes they change mid-application. If you walk in knowing that, you'll roll with the punches instead of rage quitting. Bottom line, stack the deck in your favor. The digital nomad visa isn't impossible in 2025. But it rewards the prepared, the over-documented, and the ridiculously persistent. All right, let's be fair here. The stricter rules in 2025 aren't just about crushing your dreams and ruining your salsa lessons. There are some upsides if you squint. The cons, aka why everyone's mad, well, uncertainty equals stress. Even people with perfect paperwork are getting rejected. That unpredictability is killing trust in the system. Applicants are losing money on flights, rents, apostles, lawyers, only to end up with nada. So here's the bottom line. Colombia's digital nomad visa in 2025 is still a golden opportunity, but it's not the easy ticket it once was. If you're prepared, organized, and maybe just a little stubborn, you can still make it work. But you've got to treat this like a strategy game. Airtight paperwork, clean finances, and a Plan B visa in your back pocket. The rewards, living in one of the most exciting countries on the planet. Medellin's spring weather, Bogota's big city energy, Cartagena's Caribbean vibes, Barranquilla's authenticity, Cali's salsa nights, Bucaramanga's canyons, it's all here waiting. But the risks are real too. Rejections, delays, and the occasional discretionary power curveball, which means the smarter you are going in, the better your odds of success. And if you want to keep your edge as a nomad or future expat, don't forget to check out The Passport, my free email newsletter and magazine. We break down visas, tax hacks, and the best places to live abroad, so you don't have to learn the hard way. Think of it as your insider's guide to living globally without the nasty surprises. So plan ahead, apply smart, and if Colombia says yes, welcome to your new life. And if they say no, don't worry, there's always another path, and I'll be here to help you. I'm Matt, the Americano. It's been great, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Take care.